30 seconds, and I'm not even going to shout this morning. 30 seconds and we're going to start. It's the low intensity workout at its best. This is probably the best definition of the low intensity workout that we've ever done. Like I say, it's a circuit, meets mobility, bring it together, boom, what do you get? This 8 exercises, 30 seconds on each exercise with a huge and almighty 30 seconds off in between. Okay, we're going for 3 full run-throughs. First exercise in 3 seconds is just simply jogging and punching. So let's go for it. Up towards the sky, punch up, punch up, punch up. Good. Oh, come on, get with it, man. What's going on? There we are. Good. So as always, just because it's low intensity doesn't mean to say that you put in a half-arsed effort. You're still doing the exercises to the best of your ability, still trying to push yourself, but you'll find that this morning's exercises are aimed at mobilizing you, okay? Focus on the breathing. Nice and easy, ding dong. No idea why we're not getting any sound, okay? But it is Monday morning, why not? Oh, for some reason it's still connected to the Bluetooth in the van. That makes complete sense. Anyway, right, 15 seconds time. We're into the full press up position, and all we're going to be doing is shoulder taps with a T rotation. 1, 2, 1, 2. Simple as. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Tap, tap. It's still not working. It's still not working. Blooming Nora, it doesn't matter. Shoulder tap 1, shoulder tap 2, T rotation 1, T rotation 2. Now, when you're doing these shoulder taps, your feet and legs should be together. When you do the shoulder taps, you're trying not to let your body move. When you're doing your T rotations, you keep your eyes on the fingertips as you rotate. Okay, now depending on your mobility, relax there, everybody. Stand up. Good, so that's a great one for mobilizing us. Why have we not got any sound? Oh, I love it. I love it. You just gotta roll with these things, okay, right? So reverse. I'm on fire this morning. We're doing a reverse lunge with a thrust. 10 seconds. So it's a big step back, big thrust forward, step back. Now I want you to focus 3 seconds on the best quality lunge you can give me. Go. Big step back, keep the body vertical. Use the power out of that lunge to drive the thrust up. Drive it. Big step back, drive it up. So it's nice and controlled. Make sure you're stepping back far enough. How do you know? Well, you should know by now, okay? We've got that vertical shin at the front. Vertical shin, okay? 90-degree bend in the knee. Try to keep your balance. Focus on a good, powerful thrust. Relax there. Next exercise, pay attention. It's an X plank, okay? So you're making the X with your hands and feet. See how I'm wide? And then all I'm doing is lifting my hips up to reach across and touch my foot, or aim to touch my foot. And then opposite, okay? Now from the side, observe. I do so by lifting my hips. Don't break form, stand by. 3, 2, 1, we're away. So lift the hips, reach across, drop the hips, keep the core tight, okay? So I want you to think about lifting the hips up and reaching over to your opposite foot by lifting the hips up. Don't break form and do not bend your knees. If you can't reach, as long as you're trying and you're getting that stretch, then you're going to feel this one work. So you can see straight away, it's a great mobility exercise, nice and dynamic. Okay, it's almost like we're doing a workout of dynamic stretches this morning, okay? Next exercise is a seal jack. It's going to get the heart rate up a wee bit, going to get you moving, making you feel a wee bit more alive and warm. Seal jack. We stand with our feet together. We stand with our arms out together. From this position, your shoulder blades are pulled together and down so that when I jump out, I'm pulling and squeezing those shoulder blades together. That's important. Don't be lazy with the arms and keep them relaxed. Imagine you're holding a resistance band. Go for it. 1, 2, 3. Focus on keeping those arms nice and straight. And to be honest with you, all you're really thinking about is pulling those shoulder blades together. Stay nice and light on the toes and focusing on your breathing here. Good work. Try to keep your head nice and neutral. Don't look up, don't look down, and don't look around. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good, relax. Next exercise, it's a favorite of mine for one of these circuits. It's a squat with a leg raise. So if you're feeling tight and stiff, take your time. Down, pause, up, lift the leg 1. Down, pause, lift the leg 2. I want you to focus and treat these squats like a mobility exercise. Focus on the key components of your squat, driving the toes in, pulling the knees apart, keeping the chest proud. Stand by. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Squatting down, pause, up, lift the leg. Squatting down, pause, up, lift the leg. That's it. You can see where I've got my hands because I can see some people not quite sure where to lift a leg. I just keep my hands here, nice and central, and try to get my knee to my hand, okay? As opposed to lifting your knee up to your ear. Good. Just try to keep it in that center line. Up, central, down, plant the feet. And what this will, look at that, so already done. Next exercise, simple, elbow plank. Now I want you to focus. Focus on doing a proper elbow plank in the first place. So we're getting onto the elbows, your feet and knees are squeezed together, and you're bringing the hips down so that your body's nice and straight. Not overextending, and most certainly not lifting off. When you're in the elbow plank, you should feel the core engage, okay? Doesn't matter your strength, you'll feel it go. From here, I want you to make sure that you're enhancing it. You're squeezing the butt, you're squeezing the core, and you're focusing on your breathing. Try to keep your upper body relaxed, chest proud, shoulder blades pulled together. If it all starts to make the plank itself feel harder, it's probably because you're doing it right for the first time. Okay, a lot of people hold very bad positions. In a 30-second elbow plank, relax. If done correctly, it's quite often not as easy as people think. Now, this is an exercise of balance with a wee bit of coordination thrown in. When you're doing your kettlebell swings, okay, you're pushing your hips back, aren't you? You're pushing your hips back. It's the same idea, but one leg, okay? So all I'm doing here is I'm trying to push my hips back while lifting the leg with it. So what really happens is this doesn't actually move, okay? It just stays fixed in position as, let's go for it, as I push my hips back. So try to find your balance, drive the toes into the ground, you're pushing the hips back and you're lifting that leg to feel the hamstrings and the glutes, getting a good stretch out, okay? You're aiming to touch your toes roughly, okay? But what you're not doing is reaching for them, as in this is how not to do it. If you just lean forward with a broken back like me right now, you haven't lengthened out the hamstrings to get there. So it's down, up, squeeze the butt if you can. And you can see it, I lose balance sometimes, okay? Relax there, everybody. Job well done. Right, that's round number 1 done. I want you to shake out, get yourself a wee sip of water, whether you need it or not. And then we're going to get straight in to circuit number 2. Stand by. Everybody happy with that? Nice and chilled? People always get suspicious when it's chilled. 30 seconds. 30 seconds and we're going to go for it, okay? So again, the purpose, let's say you feel like you need a rest day, but you don't quite want to take a full day off. You need exercise, you feel a bit foggy in the head, you want to get the benefits of exercise. This is where this comes in well, okay? It's not going to affect your recovery. It's not going to set you back. If anything, it's going to improve and speed up your recovery. We're getting the blood flowing, we're loosening off that stiffness. And more importantly, why most of us are doing exercise right now, it gets your head in the zone. Jogging and punching, let's go. So with these punches, up towards the sky, that's us. Good. So when you're punching towards the sky, you should feel the elbow lock out and then pull. Pull the elbow down, okay? So I don't want your elbows out to the sides, I want them down, vertical, okay? Think about the elbow. Keep the feet moving in a high knee fashion, as in keep thinking about those knees getting pulled up, but we're only going quarter of the way, okay? Nice and fast. Focus on your breathing. Boom, okay? So shoulder taps with our T rotations. Now shoulder taps are pretty simple. I'm going to show you from the side. Shoulder taps are simple. I'm trying not to let my core sway. And when I'm doing my T rotations, I'm trying to only let my body move from the upper back area, okay? The thoracic spine, that's why it's a T rotation, thoracic spine. Keep your eyes on your fingertips and try to keep your pelvis facing the floor, okay? Let's go. So there's no press up, it's just a shoulder tap. That's going to help fire up the core. In the T rotation, that's going to help work your thoracic mobility, which is very important. So don't default and give in to bad form. Some people that are pretty tight, you're going to struggle to keep that arm straight. I want you to get to the point you feel the arm starting to bend, hold it, stretch through it, and then release. Okay, so if you can't get up all the way, like I'm showing you now, that's okay. You just don't have the mobility to do so. So if you feel yourself tight and you're rotating around and you start to feel this creep in, stop at the point where it's tight, try to stretch it and then release. Simple as that, everybody. Next exercise is we'll reverse lunge with a knee thrust. Hiya! Okay, so focus on these thrusts. They're powerful. They're driven from the lunge, okay? Also, make sure you're stepping back far enough. This is going to test your balance a wee bit more when you do the reverse lunge. Stand by. 3, 2, 1, we go. Big step, proud chest, thrust up through. Big step, proud chest, boom, okay? So we're keeping the chest up, proud, smashing through with that knee. And again, try to keep the knee fairly central. If you're struggling with balance, you may be throwing it off to the side. Big step back, proud chest. Okay, so we shouldn't be leaning forward. Should be feeling the glutes and the quads getting fired up into this one. Fantastic, good work. So our next exercise, it's those X planks. Focus on your breathing. It's the X plank. Okay, now imagine someone's got a bit of string and they're pulling your butt up. And as they pull your butt up, you're trying to reach across and grab your foot, okay? So we're in that X position. We lift up with the hips, lean across, boom, back down. Making sure when you come down into this position that you're tight, you're not sagging. Go. Keep the core tight. So it is a core exercise as well, but it's a great exercise for getting us nice and mobile, okay? You're going to feel those calves. You're going to feel those hamstrings. You're going to feel the groin into the lower back also. It really just depends where you're tight. But as you can see, I'm not bending my legs and I'm not breaking form. I'm just taking it to that point, relax. I'm taking it to that point where I feel a maximum stretch. And if I'm able to touch my foot, great, okay? If not, as long as you're still taking it to that point of maximum stretch, you're sorted. Next exercise, it's a seal jack, remember? Trying to focus on getting the strength part in, rather than keep these arms soft, pull and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good work, everybody, okay? Stand by, feet together, stand up tall, stand up proud, start as you mean to go on, let's do it. So this is one that's going to get your heart rate up more than the others, so focus on that breathing. Squeeze those shoulder blades, feel the upper back, feel the back of the shoulders, contract, which you should most definitely be feeling right now. Strengthen up those muscles. They're going to help you walk around nice and proud. Going to help keep good form, good posture. Good, fantastic. Right, your next exercise is we'll squat with our leg raise. You've got stacks of time on these rest periods, okay? So focus on your breathing. Keep yourself active. Try not to stand still. 15 seconds left. I've even got a time for a wee drink of water. Good. So our next exercise, squat with a leg raise. Stand by, 5 seconds left still. Good. Squat, pause, drive up, lift the leg. Simple. Down, pause, lift the leg as high as you can. Don't try to crunch and meet it. Okay, try to keep that chest proud as you would anyway, and lift that leg up as high as you can. Now when you lift that leg and then plant it, make sure when you plant that foot that you're driving those toes into the ground and you're still getting that good solid foundation. Okay, so this is going to help build up muscle memory for where your stance width is at. And it's personal to you, okay? Next exercise, elbow plank. Nice and tight elbow plank, everybody, okay? So, use this moment and this time to try to perfect and tighten up your elbow plank, okay? If, by chance, you've got a bigger screen and you can see yourself on it with a camera, Do your plank side on and have a look and see how you look. Because a lot of times, stand by, you think you're in a good position, but I always see a lot of this. Okay, people's hips real high, or people real high up with an arched chest. Try to pull the shoulder blades together, squeeze the butt, squeeze the legs, okay? And when you squeeze the butt, it's gonna help lock those hips, okay? So if your hips are up and you squeeze the butt, you're gonna feel it, that you're too high. Focus on your breathing. Enhance the plank, squeeze the core, squeeze the butt. Boom, and just like that, it's done. Right, your final exercise is for single leg Romanian deadlifts, okay? So imagine you're holding a kettlebell, for example, and all I'm doing is pushing the hips back, trying to let that kettlebell that I don't have, okay, we're pretending here, that it's running down my leg. Look at my back. This is how not to do it. A lot of people don't push the hips back, they just break form and try to touch the floor. See the difference there? All I'm doing is arching my back, stand by. Don't do that. This stays in position, nice and tight, proud chest. Push my hips back, lift that leg, and you're gonna feel the hamstrings and the glutes. And when you come up, squeeze the butt together. It's gonna help reset the pelvis. It's gonna help you keep your balance. So those shoulder blades should remain squeezed together. That chest should remain nice and proud and tall. And all I'm doing here is pushing back, lifting the leg, and back up, okay? So it's only my hips getting pushed back and my leg lifting. That's what's bringing my body down, okay? That's what's bringing me into this position. That's why it's straight, okay? That's important. So practice that. 20 seconds. 20 seconds, we're finished. Walk around, catch your breath, get another wee sip of water. Let's get the third and final run through done, okay? Great work, everyone. So if you've got this one right, hopefully you're feeling not so out of breath. Your heart rate is elevated from resting, of course it is. Maybe feeling a wee bit warmer, circulation's firing around now, muscles have loosened off, and you're feeling a bit better about yourself. Head's a bit clearer. Now imagine what one more run through is going to do for you. Stand by. Oh no, it's not. 3, 2, 1. No, why am I counting 3, 2, 1? 25 seconds left. I do apologise, everyone's getting excited. I know, what can I say? Right. Okay, so we're jogging and we're punching in 15 seconds. Ready for it? Last run through, everybody. Okay, so enjoy this. It's very rare we've been doing low intensity workouts nowadays. 3, 2, 1. Let's just go. Let's go, go, go. Good. We're focusing on the breathing. We're punching up. So focus on a good quality shoulder press, okay? Man, you get a couple of can of beans or a couple of dumbbells all the way up, pull them all the way down. We're keeping these shoulder blades pulled together, keeping the shoulder girdles stable, solid, safe, okay? We're not shrugging, we're not arching back, and we're not punching out to the front. Push up, pull down. Good. 3 seconds. Easy. Beautiful. Okay. Shoulder taps with T rotations. Again, I'll say it, if you're doing your T rotations and you've got a lot of tightness, okay, you're going to get to a point where you start to feel you can't go further and you'll start to give into it and look like me now. I don't want that. Keep the arm straight, keep your eyes on the fingertips, straight arm. As soon as you hit that tightness, okay, pause, squeeze through it and then release. If you're able to get right up vertical, you do it, okay? Stand by. Go. Shoulder tap 1, shoulder tap 2, nice and controlled. Make sure those feet are together, those knees are together. Make sure when you're doing your T rotations that it is an actual rotation and you're not just lifting your arm. Rotate, keep the pelvis towards the ground. It's a mobility movement, okay? Make sure it feels as such. Rotate from the upper back. Good, fantastic. Right, next exercise is we'll reverse lunge with a thrust, okay? So a very controlled exercise. We're keeping the body vertical. You're leaning back, you're stepping back with a big exaggerated step. Some people can be guilty of then doing this. We don't want that, okay? Keep the chest proud, keep yourself nice and upright, stand by. Reverse lunge with a nice big thrust. Big step back, go for it, boom, up. Big step back, boom, up. So try to drive both feet into the ground as you're taking off. Big step back, up. Big step back, up. Nice and tall. Nice and proud, especially with that knee raise. Be powerful with it. Don't just lift, but thrust up through it. Easy goes. X planks next, okay? 25 seconds, so much time. So you should be feeling a decent stretch on these X planks, okay? It's controlled from that hip raise, I say it again. Do not let your knees bend on it, okay? Don't give in to the tightness that you feel when doing this exercise. 8 seconds. So nice and wide with the legs, nice and wide with the arms. Lift up, reach across, and then down. Lift those hips, reach across, and then down. So it's controlled. Great exercise, this one. Great for mobility. It's basically a nice dynamic stretching movement that we're doing here. Stretching on the go, getting warm. Great work, okay? So again, stand up, walk around, focus on your breathing, let that blood flow. Good work. So remember these workouts, okay? Remember that they're recorded and they're saved if you're on live especially. So if you find yourself at a point in the week where you're feeling pretty tired, but you want to do something, okay? And you feel the benefits of this, where it loosens you off, okay? Gets you moving a bit freer, stops you walking down the stairs like this. Seal jacks, go. Then remember, you can go back and get it. Because with the current climate just now, we're not doing low intensity workouts every week like we used to, okay? That used to be a Thursday thing. Now, we're just varying it up. So squeeze the shoulder blades. We're on the balls of the foot. Microphone's getting excited. Good. Can you do these? I have to do them with one arm. Blooming Nora. It's all happening this morning. Good. Hoot. Go for it. Right, your next exercise, people, is a squat with a leg raise. We like these, we like these. Treat them like a mobility movement, okay, when we're going down. Get that good stretch out in the groin, lift up with that leg, okay, focus on trying to get that perfect squat. Develop that muscle memory that you hear me harping on about. Don't do crap squats. Set yourself up. 3, 2, 1, take it away. Down, pause, lift up, keep the chest proud. Just like those lunges, we're trying not to let ourselves fall forward. You may angle forward a little bit, depending on your height, size, etc. But we shouldn't be trying to. Okay, we keep that chest proud. Yes, good work. So 2 exercises left. We've got the elbow plank now. Nice elbow plank. Focus, nice and strict. Make it feel good. Try to fine tune it. Shoulder blades pulled together. Legs together. Butt squeezed. Okay, 10 seconds. If you want to start early, let's go for it. Okay, so get yourself set up so that at the bare minimum, when this buzzer goes in 3 seconds, you're good to go. Go for it. Shoulder blades pulled together, butt squeezed, core squeezed. Someone's going to punch you on the stomach in the exact same moment. They're going to stand on your back, brace, hit. Okay, get that nice tight plank on the go. Focus on your breathing. And like I say, if you find this tough, you're probably doing it right, okay? Plank's not easy. The problem is, it's so easy to do it wrong, which you quite often see. Good, relax there. So your final exercise of the day is those single leg Romanian deadlifts, okay? So if it makes it easier for you, which for some people it does, just pretend you're holding a kettlebell. It can be done with a weight, of course it can, but for today, no. Try to imagine chest proud. You've got that kettlebell here, and all I'm doing is trying to keep my chest proud, shoulder blades together as I push those hips back. And when you come in, squeeze the butt, okay, so that we're not getting into the next rep off balance. Go for it. Down. And if you're struggling for balance, especially on your non-dominant leg, or maybe your dominant leg, it just depends, then as you can see, it's perfectly normal. Take your time. Really focus on driving those toes into the ground to help stop that foot shaking all over the place. And remember, we're not reaching for the foot, we're pushing the hips back and lifting the leg, and that's how we get down towards the foot, or there or thereabouts. Relax, good work. Fantastic, everybody. Thank you for joining in this morning. Hopefully you're feeling the benefits right there of a low intensity workout. Maybe it landed right at a time when you really needed it, okay? And if it did, then you'll definitely understand and feel the benefits of it. If Monday is your new week, you're fresh, you're feeling good to go, then maybe this morning you're left thinking, is that it? Okay, in which case, no, because tomorrow is going to be another day. But as I said, we don't do low intensity workouts very often. I think, judging by what we've been doing, if you've been following along recently, it's been due, okay? So even if you are, remember this one is here, it's saved, it's going to be uploaded. So anytime you feel that you need something like this in your life, go find it, okay? Load it up, find it, bookmark it, save it, whatever you need to do, because that was quite a good one, and I would probably say that's one of the most true to the name low intensity workouts we've ever done, where the exercises are more about moving you through different planes of movement to try and get you mobile and loosened off at the same time. Thank you very much, have a good day, and let's bring on another week, February, ha ha ha.